Who's died more? Diavolo, the king of donuts? Or Greed Subaru, the lollymancer? Both these dudes died pretty tragically and pretty quickly and a lot throughout their stories. So we're going to be discussing who really takes the cake here for the most amount of deaths. Also, spoilers, obviously. So, what counts as a death? Well, that's completely up to you, but when I say death, I mean when you're physically dead and your heart is no longer beating. But does a death count if the timeline never existed? Or if the universe resets? These are some pretty complex questions that I'll get into soon. Now, let's actually get into the complexities of these questions. Diving headfirst into Diavolo's deaths where things are going to get a little complicated. See, Diavolo is the main antagonist from JoJo's Part 5, and in the series, Diavolo is sent into an infinite death loop by the protagonist of the series, Stan, Gianna Giovanna's Gold Experience Requiem. Now, here's where things start to get a little complex. We don't know how long it takes for Diavolo to die in each death loop. He could be born, and then boom, dead. Or he could be alive for millions of years, forget how to breathe and then die. But alongside that, we also don't understand how time works in Diavolo's universe to know how long he had until the universe reset to die. Also note that in the anime, Trish is actually able to sense that Diavolo is alive. Giorno reassures her that he is not dead but rather gone, so we don't know if Diavolo is truly dying in his loops. Finally, the universe reset caused everything that had happened originally in the JoJo's universe to be erased. Because we're not sure on how Diavolo's death universe works, and if Diavolo has truly ever died or not, it's hard to say what happened to him. If Diavolo never actually died, then he's continuing to loop. If he did actually die, then the infinite death loop is no longer happening because of the universe reset. But with the little knowledge we have, it's really impossible to say what really happened to Diavolo, so everything I say here is very theoretical. Let's take a break from the complexities and get to something a little simpler to understand. The basics of Subaru's Greed Route. Greed Route goes the exact same as the canon story until Echidna actually offers the contract to Subaru for her guidance. This is when differences start to emerge when he actually decides to take the contract with Echidna, and because of Echidna's guidance, Subaru dies up to 100 million times. This leads Subaru to become an emotionless, edgy shell of a human being from the sheer number of times he's died. Bro basically becomes the most ultimate nonchalant dreadhead of all time. Even crazier, Subaru doesn't even hesitate to drink Echidna's tea anymore. Although, I wouldn't either. That's actually a massive W from Greed Subaru. On a real note, Subaru willingly throws his life away for anything. He used the return by death in one scenario to predict the weather. What the flip, dude? He actually became the ultimate Sigma and just doesn't give a flip anymore. Return by death. What actually is it? I'll explain. When Subaru dies in ReZero, he is sent back in time to a checkpoint, almost like a video game. There is no speculation around this. He dies. So yes, we will be counting every single one of the 100 million times he has died in Greed Route. Let's compare our two suffering kings. This is a very complex argument with lots of things that factor into it, with very little information to work with. Diavolo's loop leaves us with little to no information, leaving what really happened to him very unclear. Is he ever truly reaching death within these loops, or is he just being reset every time he's near death to another reality? The universe reset doesn't help things either and only serves to complicate things. Did it cause his death loops to stop? If it did stop, how many times did he actually die before the universe reset? Looking at Subaru is usually explicitly stated and shown that he is dead, and his soul sent back through time through the use of return by death. It's clear what is happening to Subaru, while unlike what is happening to Diavolo. Comparing Subaru's 100 million deaths to Diavolo's infinite deaths, based on the evidence, I'd have to say that Subaru easily takes the cake here. Although terrifying, there's just a lack of information for Diavolo's deaths to even prove that they're really happening. While Subaru's deaths are, although painful, they are solid and things that generally happen to him. So out of the two suffering kings, Subaru definitely takes the crown here. Yo, I'm Brady. This is my first video. If I got anything wrong in the comments, let me know. Please subscribe, I really appreciate that. Sorry if the video is not that good or that long. I mean, again, it's my first video, but I'll see y'all later. Again, please subscribe. See ya.